Greetings and salutations, Mega Wizard 79 here with another episode of Skyrim. So, in our last episode, we delved into this rather expansive Draugr, well, more of a cultist temple, which is just filled with Draugr because, well, they were dragon worshippers. And as I was trying to state in the last episode before I cut off, you see, the dragon worshippers, the way they work is you know, like the leaders of them are the dragon priests, obviously, the guys that basically wear these masks. These are Alduin's favored humans because they know their place and they rightfully worship dragons, you know, as is proper. Because, you know, they're weak and Alduin is strong, so obviously you should worship him. So, but yeah, you know, in exchange for this servitude, he gives them great powers. You know, case in point, the ability to essentially come back from the dead. You know, like that's the whole thing about Draugrs. You see, lore-wise, technically Draugrs, apparently, from what I've come to understand, Draugrs, they only exist because what is it? Because you see, it's actually Alduin's magic. You know, when he comes back and then he starts bringing things back to life, he can bring dragons back completely because, well, you know, their souls are here, and he's just restoring their soul back to their body, which then causes them to reconstitute. Mortals, on the other hand, is tricky. He can't bring them back perfectly because, well, mortals, their souls aren't tied here like dragons are, so they're not. It's more that he's just reanimating their bodies, if nothing else. But yeah, that's essentially how Draugrs work in a nutshell, more or less. But anyway, but yeah, gonna need this, which will in turn, hopefully... Yep, there we go. I was wondering how you open this, and it's like, oh, well, I guess when I saw that, it's like, oh, you have to have that in your inventory, probably. And there you go. Okay. Keep that. Anyway, but, so, this way over here, this is just a roundabout. This is just how you get back down there where we were before. Oh, and I figured out how to open that gate. It's actually over here. I walked completely by it, like I did this coin purse. But yeah, it's right here. Sorry. I mean, right here. Yeah, see? There we are. Just as you're entering the alchemical laboratory, there's that right there. There's a ton of shortcuts in this whole level to be able to just easily, you know, like case in point, I was actually considering whether I should just leave for a few seconds, get, you know, deposit my stuff so that I'm not so overburdened. But it's like, yeah, that's more trouble than it's worth, and I really don't need the money. So I just decided to drop stuff like that insanely heavy, ebony warhammer, which I still don't know why I bothered picking those up. I mean, they look cool and all, but it's like they're so heavy.
Lord, no!
Just die already. There we go. Okay. Enchanting station. Neat. At least in this place it actually makes sense, just because this wasn't so much a tomb as it actually was a fortress where people used to live in. Ugh. Yeah, I'm kind of allergic to spears, so... There we go. Eh. Douche. Doesn't look like there's much of anything here. Nope, that chest was the only thing of value, so to speak. Man, there's so many Death Lords here. That makes sense. Considering that... Oh, crumbs. But yeah, it makes sense considering that, I used up all my graders. Nope, I still have a few more greater souls. Yeah. Fortunately, it's only Draugr over. Let's see, I think it's Draugr overlords that are grand souls. These guys are just plain old greater souls, which isn't bad actually. But usually it's grand souls that I like. Yeah, I wonder how the heck snow could form down here. If anything, wouldn't it be ice, not snow? I mean, because snow is very finicky. It needs, the temperature has to be just so, otherwise, it turns to ice, or rain, or sleet. Like, getting snow is like, kind of like baking a cake. You gotta do it just right. Okay, so we got fox, owl, and snake. Ah, that would have been perfect. Oh well. Alright. Now let's use you. And after that, I will put you with the collection. I have so many of these things. They make great. Whoa. Yeah, see what I tell you. Ice. That makes more sense. Well, actually, this might be ice, given its, I don't know, it's just the texture. It makes it almost sort of look like snow, because distinguishing snow from ice in this game is kind of hard, unless it's icicles like that. Alright, so now for the main event. Okay, let's see. Where's my Highborn? Charge that up. What? Oh, come on. What? What? This is BS of the highest order. Indeed. Seriously, what the hell was that? Where did these guys come from? Like, seriously, there's no other... Oh. Oh, you Joe Bethesda, you sneaky... Ooh, Dragon Priest Staff. Cool. Alright. Let's see what this cool staff looks like. I mean, it's just a normal staff, if I recall. Let's see. Spray on ground, and yeah, it just creates a wall of fire, but it's called the Dragon Priest staff. Too bad it doesn't look like the really cool one that you use to open your way to Sovngarde. Oh well. Alright. I just need to get myself prepared for that schmuck I'm going to be facing outside. Alright. Here's the chesty chest. Not that good, to be honest. I mean, honestly, that axe is dumb. I don't know why I bothered picking it up. Anyway, what's that? Just an ordinary. Okay, so all in all, kind of mediocre, I suppose. Oh, here's the one that I missed. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much it. Alright, well, let's check. There it is. So this one increases your stamina by 70%. And it's heavy armor, so yeah, this is a warrior's wet dream. Because it just gives you so much stamina. Like, all the stamina. Well, not really. But it gives you a fair amount. More than most items you'd find in the world. Okay, so now we're back outside. Alright, well. There we go. Summon some fresh ones. So, gonna need that. Do I have... Yeah, I have Mark of Death Place, that's fine. And I'll go with... yeah, there we go. Okay. And as always, there's usually a word wall, especially when it's a Dragon Priest. Just wanted to make sure. Where's this one? Hey, it's the final one of Stormcaller, my favorite shout, despite the fact that it's the least practical. It's so powerful. It's very powerful. Oh, what do you know?
The research I've done seems to indicate that Skorm Snowstrider left part of his journal here after laying siege. I believe it should indicate how to enter the blocked-off sections of the stronghold. I should warn you, Forelhost is quite haunted, but I'm sure you can handle it. Return to me here once you've obtained the staff.
Wait, it's haunted? I don't like ghosts. Let me think about this.
That sleazy bastard. Yeah, as you can see, he's not part of he's not part of the Stormcloaks or the Imperials. He's just a self-gaining schmuck. And he is going to now reap what he has sown.
Hold on, I can explain. Never should have come here.
Look at that, he just starts fighting me. Oh no. Wait, no, don't kill it.
There can be no other end.
Oh well, I guess it's because since I'm an Imperial, he would have attacked me anyway. Anyway. Now then, let us loot his body and It's funny that this stuff here is still considered, like, if you take it, it's still considered stolen property. Take that, because I like having keys. Yep. You will proceed to the ruins of Forelhost to retrieve the mask from the dragon cult there. If you are discovered, impersonate an officer. It is unlikely that anyone from Skyrim will be clever enough to see through the disguise. Once you have obtained the mask, bring it to the Labyrinthian. See? Which is what we're gonna do right now. Because it's funny, like, essentially, if you haven't done the Mage's Guild quest line and gotten hold of the wooden mask yet, then this will be your first time to know, oh, these masks are probably connected to Labyrinthian in some way. So that's your clue. Like the the developers, while for the most part they like to make sure, they don't want to fist all the they don't want to spoon feed you all the answers, but at the same time it's like, I mean, they worked hard on this stuff, and they want you to, and they want to know that their stuff is being found. So that's for like the more astute player who essentially, likes exploring and learning how things connect together and what have you, stuff like that. I don't use Fire Room nearly as much as I should. I can't go all the way that far. Also doesn't really do that much damage. Compared to the has apprentice level spell. That being said, so is Fireball if I recall. Anyway. Okay, well. Let me take that one off because I have to put on the wooden mask to get in here. Alright. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Douche. Alright, so in the proper order. That one, and boom. Here it is. The real prize. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name. But anyway, yeah, this one is the Holy Grail. This is the coolest one and most powerful of them all. So, as you can see, it says right there, when your health is low, has a chance to heal wearer and damage nearby enemies. What that means is that once you reach a certain threshold, I think it's like 10%. If you reach 10% of your health, you have like a, I think it's like a 1% chance or something like that. Like, it's weird. Like, the percentage is really low, but it happens way more often than you think it would. So what it does is that it'll cast Grand Heal, and then it'll also do like a significant amount of fire damage to nearby enemies. There's also a chance of it summoning a I think it's like some kind of ghost or something. But yeah, but basically, like, this mask, it does it all. It heals you, it damages, and it also has a chance of summoning a I think it's like, oh, that's what it is. It summons a phantom of a dragon priest to fight for you for a few seconds. But this mask is amazing. It is so cool, and it's heavy armor, which I like. Oh yeah, I mean, it kind of ruins the whole, it kind of ruins the perk I have here, which mage armor, because technically that's armor. It kind of makes this not as good as it would be if I was just wearing my mage's robes. But still, though, I mean, It's cool. Oh, and yeah, you can put the mask back anytime you want, as you can see. Oh, fun little fact about these masks. If you upgrade them, because these masks can be upgraded, you know, like they at a smithy, you know, depending on the, you know, like each one uses a specific material. Like some use moonstone, others use volcanic glass and what have you. I think this one uses ebony, or no, yeah, I think this one uses ebony. But yeah, if you do that, don't put them back on here, unless you are trying to do that to spam levels or something. Because you see, when you bring them back and put them here, it removes the improvement you did to them. So yeah, just so you know. Oh, and you know, you can also remove, you know, you can also, you know, once you have this open, well, I mean, even when you don't have it open, you know, you can take these masks and do whatever you want. Hell, you can even leave them here, just so, you know, for the sake of convenience, because then you'll know they're here, and you know, you don't have to go scourging around. For the most part, yeah, I'm not going to be using any of these masks, just because, well, the benefits they offer are, I mean, they're awesome. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, um, I don't really need them since I have other items which just kind of do it better, so to speak. Like, for example, this one here, the Helm of Clavicus Vile actually is much better, because not only does it give you 20% better prices, but that little extra speechcraft will make it so that whatever you're trying to sell will actually sell for higher. So yeah, it's just a much better item when it comes to buying and selling. Granted, of course, this one also has the benefit of giving you water breathing as well as being able to carry more. So, you know, whichever, you know, basically, it's all up to you. Like, you know, these masks have many items that, I mean, have many abilities that give you they give you nothing but pros. Or, you know, like, this is all just gravy. That being said, this is the only one that I'm going to be taking with me. Because, as you saw, I was kind of I was kind of getting destroyed by those Draugrs, and I'm kind of afraid what's going to happen when I go to Solstheim, so I would kind of like to wear this, just to be safe, and it's also really cool. And since, you know, for the most part, I've already leveled up, I've already maxed out pretty much, yeah, like my alteration is max, restoration is max, destruction is max, conjuration is max, who cares about illusion? But yeah, since all my primary attributes are maxed out, I really don't need this crown anymore. Like, I have the Lover Stone equipped to it, which is the best one to equip to this, but yeah, I don't need it anymore. I don't need to increase, I don't need my levels to increase that, I mean, my skills to increase that fast. It was good, you know, it was good for a while, but, you know, at this point, Lord Stone all the way. I mean, once you get to, like, endgame content, I think the Lord Stone is just the best one, because it gives you 50 points of damage resistance and 25% magic resistance on top, and, you know, I mean, I have 25% magic resistance. Plus this? That's 50% across the board. That's insane. I'm not kidding you. That is just amazing. It is freaking awesome. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind wearing Otora's mask, the one that gives you 30% resistance to fire, ice, and snow and lightning. But I think this one is just much better, so to speak. I mean, that one lets you survive. Like, to be honest, I think that one's better if you want to be like a really good tank, for the most part. You know, if you just want to tank all the damage. But, you know, in some occasions, you just, you know, like, if you're not facing sorcerers all the time, then that mask isn't really going to be that good for you. Then again, you know what? I've always been the type to err on the side of caution, and for the most part, it looks like that Miralag's followers, where is it? There it is. Like, since Miralag's followers tend to be mages for the most part. And Miralak himself is also a very powerful sorcerer. I think it just makes sense that I probably have that on hand just to be safe. Am I right? Anyway, but yep, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's every single dragon mass. We're good. Put a feather in it, it's done. So, all that's left now is just to, well, finally go and do the Dragonborn expansion. I mean, I was thinking about going to do this one, like talk to Ortho Erondo at the East Empire Company in Windhelm, but I mean, to be honest, basically, from what I saw, like when I looked online and was wondering what any of that meant, it just looks like it's just a little side quest that you do just to pretty much just gain more money, I think, something like that. Well, but yeah, in any event though, stay tuned for the next episode where we will definitely be heading to Solstheim. Promise. No more procrastination, no more diversions, no nothing. We're good. I've met all my criterias, I've checked all my boxes, I have everything I could possibly need or want. I'm to basically tackle pretty much anything. So yeah, we are good. So yeah, until next time though, this is Mega Wizard 79 bidding you all adieu.